Hey, I'm doing window motor replacements on my 96 SS Camaro. It's a pain in the ass job, but if you don't want the window hanging, you have to do it. Okay, let's first describe what's going on here. The panel and the cup has to be removed. There's one screw here, one screw here. You have to carefully wiggle it out and watch the handle out through here. The knob you can pull out. Self-explanatory, very easy. There's one screw there on the handle, there's two there, and of course there's one up there on the knob. This picks up. They have clips, if you see. These clips sit into the thing. You drop the bottom and then you wedge the top in, or you wedge the top and lift up the bottom, but these clips go in. So that's pretty much on how to take the door off. Once you get the door taken off, you're going to have to drill a hole here, a hole here, and one right up here, as you can see. I've already went ahead and put the screw and nuts that come with the kit, but if I were to do this again, I would use self-tapping screws that are just a hair bigger than the factory small screws that come with this. Here's a screw. It comes with a nut, a bolt, and a lock washer. So I would get self-tapping screws and don't have to mess with this behind, sticking a washer and then a nut and spinning and it's like a flathead through there and a wrench over here. I did that. It would have been a lot easier had I stuck a self-tapping screw in there and just screwed it in snug tight, went to the bottom, screwed it in just a little bit, screwed this one in a little bit, and then come back and hit the three tightening them. That would have been the best bet. Now, before you put this in, there's two things I want you to be aware of. There's two wires. Let's see. See, there's the black and the red. These two wires, from pulling them, if you look up, I got electrical tape on them. They were cut in between both of them. That would have ground it out. So I went ahead and double checked that while I was there. You have to plug this regulator up before you install the regulator. I'm going to go ahead and show you here how it has to be, because this part took me a few minutes to kind of figure out. Because this motor was already gone from the car. Of course, you're going to have to remove the speakers. There's 3 bolts. I think they're 7 or 8 millimeters. But once you have, here's the motor, once you have it out, there's going to be 3 screws, and you're probably going to see one goes there, one goes there, and one goes there, and it's going to be up on an angle here. You're going to have to plug it in. The 3 screws, once again, I'm sorry, I was talking, I wasn't watching where I was putting my camera, but as you can see, one over there, and then there's your 3 up top. So, you're going to do it something like this. These 3 openings are going to have these 3 openings with a little indentation sticking out. 1, 2, 3, that's where it's going to have the screws. You're going to have to plug it up before you mount it. Once you push this in, it's going to fall into a groove. You'll know it's in place because all the other places are wiggly. It's going to fall into a groove. You're going to need an assistant, or if you got 4 hands, you can hold one hand on the inside and hold this in place while you get one screw, or hold from the bottom, hold the screw and the nut, or the self-tapping, and do one at a time. I suggest you go lightly on them. Unless you're using the screw and the nut, get one in and get a nut and a washer on the back. Go ahead and plug that in first. But then after you're done, before you've set it in, before you've gotten to this point, you're going to want to test it before you mount the motor up. So I usually keep the screw attached here. So I can test. And there's the new motor. Unless it breaks coming up or down, which I don't think that's going to happen. But see, perfect. So we're good to go on there, and that concludes the window install. You have to put everything back up. I suggest you as well seal this up. Use your factory stuff if you can. If not, grab a little bit more of this stuff. This keeps the inside contaminants from coming all up on the inside of your door panels, and it just keeps it nice and clean on the inside. But anyway, thanks for watching once again, and if you got a Fbody Camaro, they're all about the same, and you need to do your window repair or replacement, watch the video, like, subscribe, and comment below. Thanks.